Hi everyone. I would like to say thank you to all who made my childhood a warm and fuzzy place. My nanny Carmen, you went beyond your pay. You nurtured us. Your love was unconditional and very proactive. You were playful. Instead of scolding us that we weren't getting to bed on time, you would playfully chase us and doing that sound. And we would pretend to be afraid and run off to bed. You made it fun. Mrs. Jones, another Carmen, but not from Madrid. You were from Jamaica. Your presence in our home was beautiful. Baking cookies, cooking, playing cards with us. And then when we were too big that we didn't need to have you around, I found you after I got my driver's license, and our friendship lasted actually beyond your death. And Mrs. Jones, you lovingly became Grandma Jones when you made my babies the crocheted blankets with your arthritic hands. That was really sweet of you. Thank you. Pecky, you made me feel protected. You were in my life when I was born. And for a dog, I cannot believe you lived till I was 18. You made me feel loved and protected, even when you did not recognize me, and chased me off because I was dressed up in a Halloween costume. As a gypsy, I still knew that you had our back. Bentley, our Old English sheepdog, you made me feel comforted. I felt loved and comfort, and you would sneak on my bed even though Mom wouldn't let you on there. And we would just, spend hours together in just silent comfort, And then you would be kind enough to slip off the bed when we heard Mom's footsteps. Love you, Mom. Leona, you have been my childhood friend as sisters. Even when we disagreed, you're just my constant. And to this day, you are so deep into my heart and in my soul. And you not being an emir, but the fact that you're so proactively with and for me and us as a whole, as humanity, just speaks volumes for you. Thank you. Mish, my baby sister, you're actually more mature than the rest of us. I love your smiling self that you have for everyone, and I feel really honored that you show me your private side as well. And I really appreciate your listening to me with your non-judgment, and we can each be ourselves with each other. What a gift. Susan, I always wanted a big sister, and I had one in you. I could really be myself in Siegenhain, and our giggle fests, our sisterly sibling rivalry, it was just all perfect. Thank you for making my dreams come true. Speaking of Ziegenhain, Oma, you provided such a safe haven, a carefree environment full of love and food and freedom and just childhood innocence. In your background garden with the secret gate that led to the playground, it was just also very special. Magical, really. Thank you. Granny, speaking of another magical place, you were so Norman Rockwellish. As an American who lived abroad, just coming home to you with your love, your open arms, your smile, your pierogies, and your homemade chocolate chip cookies, and nighttime you stroking us to sleep. we felt like princesses with you. We felt wanted and loved and taken care of. Thank you so much. To all my childhood best friends, you totally balanced my life and made me feel connected to outside my birth family. Maria in Spain, Tamara when I first moved to the States, Wendy in and Tammy in the later elementary and junior high years, and Todd and Lee. Oh goodness, thank you. Mark in college, thank you so much. Second grade, Mrs. Radner. I was a straight A student and you sent me to the principal's office. It was just a ruse so that everyone could surprise me with the happy birthday song upon my return. Thank you for that sweet surprise. Sixth grade, Mrs. Wolf, you saw me. You saw me. You saw me. Thank you. I didn't have to be the good girl even though I was, but you saw me. My English teacher in 10th grade, after reading this one specific essay, you read between the lines and you knew something was wrong, and you too saw me, and you brought me aside and checked up on me. Thank you so much. Showed me someone cared. Back to my your Europe days, the elderly couple who would sneak treats through the fence. That was so sweet. You were just very grandmotherly and grandfatherly with us, and appreciate it. Aunt Phyllis, you were just a loud voice for love and fun, and I really loved going to the festivals, especially the Polish festivals. And Diane, Jimmy, and Linda, thank you for welcoming me as a little sibling. Aunt Mary, speaking of Norman Rockwell, it felt like coming home, and your family gatherings made us feel connected. We were always abroad, and you just made it like we immediately were part of the family with no time lost. And Cousin Mary and Alice, thank you for your friendship and your hand-me-down clothes and just your TLC. Tante Linda, your continuous TLC from our days in Europe throughout the Mandela Effect today. I'm so glad you're a fellow Emmier, and I love your constant TLC. I hear my Nelson in the background. Tante Valtrout, you were gentle and caring behind the scenes, and I appreciate your quiet kindness. Mario, the brother I never had. Thank you so much for all you did. Truly, you'll never know how important you are to me. Thank you so much. All my Girl Scout teachers and soccer and volleyball coaches, after-school programs, camp counselors, you just sweetened life. It was an extra time and energy that you gave us, and you don't really get paid extra for it. And hopefully this pat on the back will be something so that you can know what a difference you made. Thank you. Sib, it wasn't until I was an adult and actually a single mom till I could really appreciate the solid, constant providership that you gifted our family. Food and shelter were never an issue. Even when we were in sleeping bags on the hardwood floor, it didn't matter. You were always there providing for us. And I really, really appreciate that. A child should never have to know for naught. And you gifted that to us. Mutti, you made our holidays special. You took life and tied it up in a bow and sprinkles and something we could count on every year. And there were nice mile markers for us. And yes, that's Nelson Mooney in the background. I just love everybody. And speaking of pets, childhood pets, even Oinky, our little guinea pig, loved you in life. But you know, your death gifted me something by showing me how tender my father was with his tears at your funeral. And I knew that he wasn't only a strong man. And that was actually a great insight right there. So everyone who had a hand, I just had a flashback, even the flight attendant on my trips to Europe when I was on my own, flying from the States to Europe. Even the flight attendants, you were sweet to give me extra TLC on those long flights. And everyone who's had a hand in making my world a little softer as I was growing up. Much, much love to you. Mwah.